How did your name get everywhere?
The field which I'm working on, it's also very tricky, and there's a lot of people coming and going. They come to harvest, to exploit.
Matthias Mende,
entrepreneur and one of the greatest minds in crypto and blockchain technology.
The field of crypto and blockchain, it's like weather in Germany. We can't really rely on anything. It's very important to keep the marketing up and the hype up. Last time we nearly died. It was so hard. People, when they are desperate, they make more emotional moves.
Matthias's vision helped make the Web3 and crypto industry what it is with his company Bonuz.
Our flagship, which we're releasing now, it's a smart wallet, which comes as a mobile application. I had to take my personal Bitcoin treasury, I had to sell it. I do not know who are exactly my friends. Certain people who I expected to not let me down, they let me down, you know.
Mendy.
How are you, my brother?
You good?
Nuradin.
Good seeing you.
Good seeing you too, brother.
I have to say, before I do a podcast with people, obviously I'm social here and I have friends and stuff like that. I hope so. And people say, why are you doing a podcast with him? He's not this, he's fake. Have you seen this? I have always heard, and the thing is, I don't mention anything, right? I judge everyone. I judge everyone by how I see them, right? I don't listen to other people, and I don't actually go around looking for feedback. But the feedback that has come to me about you, which I never asked for, by the way, it's feedback that I never asked for, has always been 100% the most positive, the nicest. You've just left an impression everywhere in this town where everyone's like, this guy is the best guy you can deal with.
That's so nice to hear. I feel so humbled to all those people who give this incredible impression.
But it's not a surprise to you.
Well, let's say this way, I do not take it for granted, and I was bleeding and suffering a lot, you know.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you do certain things in a different way, it's almost like taking a sacrifice. And those sacrifices, they are not sacrifices like killing a lamb or a human. No, they are like sacrifices that you just don't make money because you're trying to make things more in a good, straight way, or in a more, how can I say, in a way that it's just more genuine, you know? Because the field which I'm working on, it's also very tricky, and there's a lot of people coming and going. A lot of people also coming to Dubai. They are here short time. They come to harvest, to exploit, you know?
Yeah.
I've been here 17 years. It's my home. I love this place.
You've been here a long time.
I might consider this my main base, my home. I don't want to go anywhere. I want to stay here. I want the money, inshallah, if I make it, I want it also to stay here and to do great things with it. Not just for you, but that's my plan. I'm happy here. I'm like almost like a
patriotic.
Yeah.
This is your country now. The one comment that stood out to me that people said to me was, he is the most honest person in crypto.
And that's exactly what makes me make no money. Because I have a great project and it's so hard to find investment, because I say risks. Yeah. But there's one risk which I cut out completely. This risk is, for me, getting sick. And how do I know? Because I made, after many, many years, a full body checkup for people 60 years plus. So I made the biggest body checkup you can imagine. Not body, health checkup. In Thailand, there are very good hospitals.
Really?
Top hospitals.
Which city?
In Bangkok.
Bangkok. How long does it take?
It takes like 5 hours.
So 5 hours.
You see like maybe 20 doctors, and you go from one place and they check this and that, and they take some blood here, some other fluids there, and some, like it's very, then you run, then they check certain organs, they check everything. Because I wanted to make sure, because I have now more than 350 investors, and I want to make sure that at least the point of failure won't be that I get sick or that I have maybe something. So this is what I don't take also for granted, but that's what I can say. This is the point of not failing, cannot be my health. So that's safe.
Smart, very smart.
But then there are a lot of risks, even though I know we will make probably a radical amount of money and there will be very much profit, but still there's risk. I cannot promise 10x to 50x, because that's what people want to hear. And certain people in this town, they do it in this way and they succeed like crazy. But often then the projects fail. In our crypto industry, it's anyways messed up because I only learned this stuff like in 2022, 2023 at the end, that a lot of projects which are happening, the idea of the founders, it's to make a project, to do something, but often there's not the experience. Often there is the intention to make something good, but then there's not the experience to actually finalize it, bring it out and have it create a value, to have it a good purpose, to be easy, because that's why bad projects come out and they don't make it. But already in the crypto industry, people launch tokens, and those tokens they can launch before the idea is fully function, before even the idea is getting built. And when those tokens launch, they create money. They can generate money, but it's very important to keep the marketing up and the hype up. And I never launched the token. Perhaps I would have made, I don't know, like 7 to 8 figures it could be, but I didn't do that. So that's the sacrifice, because then also I would not need to search for investors, because last time we nearly died. It was so hard. I had to take my personal Bitcoin treasury and like 80% of it I put into, I had to sell at $25,000, and I know exactly Bitcoin it will be like beyond hundreds of thousands of dollars one day. This is saving. This is, it's like my saving, my retirement. Let God forbid I get some problem for health or my family, but now this treasury mostly it's in the company to keep it alive and to move forward. And that's the problem. But I'm also, honestly, I'm not a good salesman, so I need to learn. But I think it's better to send some other guy for sales.
Of course.
There are some people, they are born for this. They are just masters.
Typically, the people that are the creators aren't really the salesmen, because they get too involved into the idea and the technology and everything, and they're not there. And what do investors want to hear? How much money am I going to make? Right? That's all they want to hear.
Yeah, and speculation, high speculation marketing. That's the thing. So, we will start soon making marketing, because the product it's actually ready.
Yeah.
It was ready like a few weeks back. We made some update to make it a bit better. It was a bit of a big update, but now everything is stable again. I think maybe this week we even release, and I'm extremely excited. So every day I end my night at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. because in the daytime also we have events, and honestly around this time, like 3, 4, 5 p.m, my brain doesn't even work on full capacity. I get the power over the night somehow, and I do not understand this medical condition, what it is. I do not take any meds to solve it. I don't know, maybe certain things cannot be prescribed here, but that's the way it is naturally. So I naturally go the way how it's the best for me, and thanks God, since if I'm the founder and the CEO, I can sleep at 5, 6 a.m. and wake up at 12, 1 p.m. It's okay. I get my sleep and I get the work done and everything. But I wish I could sleep at 11 p.m. or 12 and wake up at 8, 9 a.m. This would be my dream.
On Instagram, I see every morning I wake up and I see like 3 hours ago you posted, still up, 6 a.m., blah, 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 sun. Yesterday, you're like, the sun is out.
Sometimes, I try to go before. When I go sleep when the sun is out, then I have trouble falling asleep sometimes.
Yeah.
It might take 30 to 60 minutes to fall asleep.
Yeah.
It's not a good thing, for sure. I totally...
Yeah.
But the thing is, in the night, I just don't want to stop. Sometimes I think, because my chief product officer, he can be up for like 2 days, and then he will sleep like 14 to 20 hours in shifts. Yeah, like it's a little bit like, it's strange, but for him it works very well.
Yeah.
Because you see, in the morning I'm full peak performance, 4 or 5 a.m. And I'm going often to sleep by force. Because I'm often happy in the stories, but sometimes I'm really tired, but I could push the next 3 hours or 2 hours in this performance level. It's like 10 hours in like right now level. It's very strange.
Listen, I can't stay up after 1 p.m. Okay.
1 a.m.
1 a.m. Sorry. What pushes you to be able to stay up after that? Is it just your passion and your love for the project? It gives you so much energy that you stay up?
It's not, yes, and it's also the responsibility to deliver something great. As I mentioned, I have 300 plus investors which been waiting. They are not angry, they're not complaining. They believe in me. That's what I really like. I'm happy about that. But still, I want to deliver something, and I made mistakes also. Why I ran out of money last year almost? Because I hire also certain people at the wrong time. Meaning I had certain people too early. The product, like in 2022, it wasn't even totally defined. We've been building parts of the product because it's like a big ecosystem. So we try to build our own metaverse. We build it even, but then at the end it didn't make sense to bring it out, because after there were so many metaverse projects, we identified one specific project where you can just, there's so many metaverse builders, but there's one specific where you can just, like in WordPress, design your own metaverse room experience and link it to wherever you want. It's almost like a white label, but it's very easy. No need to build the technology, put servers, pay the rendering costs, the computing power. So what we actually lost there maybe 4 to 5 months in work. You know, that are the type of mistakes, but then at the end, ultimately, it gets better also. And we learn. But that's why also I understand that certain startups, sometimes we see numbers, they raise $30 million, $20 million, $40 million. That's now why they raise it, because then they can do those type of mistakes, or not necessary mistakes. They're not ultimately mistakes, they are learnings, but they can afford them.
Correct.
And go in a different direction. And I also, I was very confident because I come from a tech company, tech background before, but I wasn't the HR person back in the day to hire the people in the big company where I used to work. It's a supply chain, like an enterprise software house. I used to be chief strategic officer there. It's called Block Gemini, great company. And the people, they were so good that they could, they had proper teams, and I did not deal with them directly. So I assumed that I will have the same effect in my company. But then to find the right people was super tough. So there are 5 people doing HR, so there's many interviews before they make it. And some interviews are in a way that certain coders, let's say they are developers, they have to develop straight on the laptop, like with webcam on. So when they get tested, they have to code, and the camera even on them, because there are so many tricks nowadays that maybe my friend is the good developer, I'm just new in it, but I get the job because a lot of development jobs are often not local, they are like remote. So the guy, he will have his friend coding, and he passed the test and gets a job for, I don't know, $5,000, $8,000, $10,000. That's are the salaries sometimes. But then he doesn't perform, but he learns it on the way maybe, which is also possible. But for the company, it's not really the best thing, and that's a problem. But you see, that's all those learning steps we have, and I believe that I learn a little bit more, but can't repeat the same mistakes. Yeah,
that's the joys of being at the head of a business.
True.
Right? You make mistakes, and then you don't make mistakes. You either win or you learn.
Absolutely.
Right? It's a lesson that had to be learned.
But if you do the mistake 3 times in a row, then it means you have some mental
that means you're not learning from your mistakes, of course.
Thanks God it did not happen.
No. Okay, we've gone way too deep. Let's bring it back, okay? Who are you? Tell people who you are.
Well, I'm a human.
Okay.
Or let's say like this, I'm a soul captured in this human body from some galaxy outside.
Okay.
I'm still figuring out which galaxy. I couldn't find anybody who gets me totally hypnotized for the past regression, but I'm figuring out.
Yeah.
This is the things to do after the project is running, and actually there will be time for hobbies again.
Sure.
Now, no time for hobbies, no time for gym,
Yeah.
but just mental health, yoga, some ice baths, like some of those things to not go crazy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because mental health is a big issue.
Of course.
And so many people have mental issues, but nobody will say it, actually. And there are also psychologists and therapists, and it's healthy to go to them. I personally don't go, I do my things, but I feel that in the future I might find some psychologists just to maintain the mental health even more. I think it's important. So yeah, I'm a soul, a human, I'm here in this body, I'm lucky, blessed, thanks God. I'm an entrepreneur since the age of 9. I started business very early. I always was inspired, I got very inspired by certain kids. They made some money, and then I also wanted to make money.
Where was this?
This was in Germany.
Okay.
And
which city?
It was 39 years ago in a small city called Wittlich. It's next to Trier. It's next to the border of Luxembourg.
Okay.
It's in Rhineland-Pfalz, which is like between Cologne and Frankfurt, like in the middle almost.
Yeah.
And this was Kinder Surprise figures. We buy them from other kids. There was no internet at this time. It's 30 years ago. Now I'm 39, so I'm quite old. I'm aging.
Like wine?
But I'm sure I will be de-aging after a few years.
Yeah.
There's crazy technology. There's so much incredible things to research. It fascinates me.
Like biohacking.
Biohacking.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to find out more about this.
Yeah.
There's so many things, but everything needs time.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're an entrepreneur at the age of 9.
Correct.
Okay, when did you move to Dubai? Why did you move to Dubai?
I moved to Dubai in 2007. And why I moved? Because in that time I was in the business of cars, automotive, and I used to do body kits and paint jobs, and sometimes interiors. And I saw a forum, a board online, and in this forum people would post pictures. It called UAE Boost, and I posted some of our cars which we customize, and simply this people in this forum said, if you come here you will be successful. Because the work was really special, especially when it comes to exterior and styling, like paint jobs with airbrush, but like with, imagine like 16 layers of clear coat, between certain layers are different airbrush, almost like holographic effects, like those cards which you turn and they have different effects. Yeah, we could paint like this. And I had this paint. I always try to work with the best people, with the people who are really like doing magic, because if I'm not talented in this, why would I do it? And then I'll take some cut on top and win the tuning shows. I think if I would have came 1 year later to Dubai, it would be very beneficial for me in Germany, because we exploded right before I came to Dubai, because all the cars in this season, they won 1st to 5th place in the competitions. You know, there's like big car events, car tuning shows.
Yeah, of course.
It's like a festival for music, but it's for cars.
Sure.
And people come, they park, they get each other to know, there's camping, they grill, barbecue, you know, dog. And then there are judges and they see the cars and some competitions, and people, they just love it. And some of the cars, they became always top 5. And this, obviously, the people ask, oh, who did this? And me and my partner, he was getting a lot of business.
So what happened that you stopped doing that in Dubai?
In Dubai, I was here in this field till end of 2008. So just for 2 years. I came here, I joined a garage. I was supposed to become a partner. This garage did not make any profit before I came. But then there was disagreements later. It failed. I did not sign any contracts. I did not get my cut. And this was very sad for me, because I put a lot of blood and I made them from minus to profit. I created them a website. I rebranded their logo. Like a lot of basic things. Together we created the biggest car show in UAE at this
Are they still
time.
around?
They are not around anymore, but they used to be till few years. Actually, the owner is Emirati guy, and we were very good friends. I even live in his house in the beginning when I come to UAE for like a month with his family. It's not really usual to live with Emirati family, but they are nice people. But certain things went wrong, and sometimes it's not the people who are bad, but it's the people around the great people. Because a lot of great people have these entourages, and some of those people, they are more like bloodsuckers, you know. And they just can, if they know you for 5 years, you might believe the bloodsucker more than you believe the new guy.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
And this is what, something like this, it's what happened.
Yeah, okay.
We had 80 plus cars on the waiting list after Dubai Motor Show 2007.
Wow.
And my painter, he did the Toyota Supra of the Ali. He's the owner of Chrome and Carbon workshop before. And this Supra, it was insane. It was so beautiful. We call it the Green Mamba.
The Green Mamba.
Yeah, it's very dangerous. It had more than
The green
1100 horsepower.
Oof.
This is like 2008, huh? And this car was so beautiful and so fast with nitros, everything.
Wow.
Yeah, it was insane.
Okay, so you moved.
Insane.
So from then, where did you move then? After 2 years?
Emergency job.
Okay, emergency job. Okay.
I start making money. When I'm working for a company, I
Of course.
perform crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
They can't even keep up with the requests.
I see.
And then I joined Mega Sun Lounge. So that's a tanning salon. I was also one of the co-founders. Now it has 11 branches.
Wow.
Very successful.
Okay.
It's like a money printer almost.
Okay.
And also I exited way too early.
Okay.
Way too early. Otherwise I would have a good life. You know, this is the mistakes when you don't know business. I did not study anything in Germany. I always make like kinda, not like bazaar business, but like eBay, and you never scale. And when you don't know the guidelines of business and a lot of the details, you always do learning by doing, and you don't have a mentor. Back in the day, there wasn't many mentors, by the way. Like today, you open Instagram, I get so much value posts. If I focus the algorithm for me, they show me a lot of value, spiritual stuff, knowledge, growth hacks, all type of things. So I like that. Back in the day, there was nothing. We have to discover ourselves, figure out ourselves, experiment, and sadly, you know, like we didn't make the overkill.
That's
just
okay.
Small killing, you know.
Yeah. But
just
listen,
to live.
you're doing great now, and everything happened at when it was supposed to happen. The reason I ask these questions about your journey since you moved to Dubai is because now you're very well connected.
Yes.
Everybody knows you. Very well connected. How did this happen? How did your name get everywhere and everybody knows? I mean, how many times have you met Sheikh Mohammed?
Maybe 6 times, 7 times.
How?
Well, the first time ever, I saw him in the conference, of course, but I did not met. The second time where I went first time, if I count this as the first time, was in a Ramadan Majlis of the Habtour family. And I was a guest there. And he just came in, he just came. And he was there in the Majlis. And when he came, like, I don't know, but the energy, this ruler, mashallah, like this legend.
He's a legend.
It's unbelievable. It's like an energy field, and you get like nervous. I don't know. It's like, it's crazy charisma. It's incredible.
Yeah.
And I feel this moment also inspired me a lot to think much bigger. And I also figured out that I'm on the right way a few years back, that I really think much bigger, because there's a proof, I will say it, but this engagement, or how can I say? Yeah, there's not like a conversation, like just like Salam Alaikum, Your Highness, like this, you know. But this is really inspiring, because if you come from where I come, where it's full of immigrants in Germany, we actually hate the politicians. Not hate them, but we don't like them. We don't like the government, and the police and all this. But here in this country it's different. Here it's nice. Here it's like for the people, Here people get encouraged to be entrepreneurs, to do big things. And I love that mindset. And that's why this nation is thriving, and it will even thrive more long term, because it's just, we are a business in the business, and the business is Dubai.
Yeah.
Or let's call it UAE, but Dubai itself, it's like a big business.
And Sheikh Mohammed is CEO.
And he's like the CEO, But also it's so many stuff coming here, but it's like an engine, and it's just working. But it's very inspiring. It's inspired me a lot, and I'm so happy that I was in this situation.
Yeah.
Let's see this Ramadan. But I wish the ruler a lot of health, most important, and that more of his vision will come through.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll have flying cars in 2026.
I know.
And
flying taxis.
And I just hope that what I'm building, because what we built, Bonuz, is also something which will hopefully bring a new layer on top of the economy, but a new layer of economy on top of the economy. So the idea is to just improve all those things which are happening, all businesses, everyone who actually has a community, so every brand, because they can be empowered. We change the relation between the brands and the customers, community customers, with the membership clubs and their members, with maybe schools and their students, or universities and their students, because the technologies are there, but they were not combined in the right way. There are certain apps which do certain things, but I feel that there needs to be one app with a combination of certain technologies, such as augmented reality, blockchain, and the easiness of Web 2. And we just merged this, and that's why when I started this project, I was thinking big already, right? Because I learned how to think big, right? So when I start this project, I did not expect that I'm building something like a 60-story building. I actually thought it's big, but I thought more that it's like a 5-level story building. So this could be more achievable. And then I would also probably have to raise more money, because it was so easy to raise. I just launched my project, boom, $1 million. And how much I raised till today? 1.5 million. It's not even much. And that's why I had to put on a lot of money from my own pocket to keep it alive. Because, after the scenarios with Celsius, with Luna, with FTX, the whole confidence in the market is gone, and we are not pure crypto. We use the blockchain in the back end to secure trust and certain functionalities, that they cannot be corrupted once the system scales, and that it's based on truth and honesty and proof of realities of things which actually happening. I know it's complex, and when I go get more complex, nobody can understand anything. But there is something behind, and I'm glad that people somehow have the faith. There are some advisors which came, they say, Matthias, I don't exactly understand what you're doing, but I love it, I believe in you, I'm in. I like this mindset.
Yeah.
Because honestly, when I came here, I already, I was doing well, I did everything in a life what a human actually almost can do. There's maybe a lot of exotic locations which I not traveled to. I want to, but otherwise, what more can I do, and what does money all brings, Money doesn't bring happiness exactly.
No.
But money brings security and safety. But money is very important because it's also the fuel to make life happen, to have a family, and all of that. And now, hopefully, when things work out very well, there will be more time for certain things. But now I don't need anything special, you know what I mean? I just want to be happy, healthy, and align myself to my highest conscious level, which I can hopefully.
If you like this video, consider subscribing. We do weekly podcasts with experts in every industry to help you find direction and guide you on your way. Now let's get back into it. Let's talk about Bonuz. Bonuz, did I say that right?
Bonus.
Bonuz.
It's with a Z instead of S, but
Yeah.
bonus. You say it right.
Yeah. What is Bonuz? Tell me an elevator pitch.
Bonus is a social engagement acceleration platform. Bonus is a wallet.
Okay.
Bonus is a smart wallet.
Okay.
Bonus is an identity solution.
Uh-huh.
And Bonus is all combined. So Bonus, at the end of the day, it's a huge ecosystem which has multiple technologies based on blockchain, but it's a blockchain-based product. And our flagship, which we're releasing now, it's a smart wallet, which comes as a mobile application. It has a social login, so users can log in with their Google, with their Apple ID, or with any other email address. Then their wallet, the non-custodial wallet, because we do not hold any custody, it's stored to this social login. So somebody who's new in crypto and put, let's say, some tokens in this wallet after some time, which this wallet is not, it's made for it, but it's not the main use case. But let's say he loses his wallet, he can recover it back with this Google or Apple or with the social login. So that's one of the easy things.
Interesting.
Then the user,
Nobody's doing something like this.
that's actually a third-party provider which we're using,
Okay.
calling Web3 out,
Okay.
and we integrated it.
Sure.
We tried to build it ourselves, WebX out,
Okay.
but this was also a waste of time because these technologies keep updating. So when you try to build everything yourself, you need to have hundreds of developers and really $50 million of funding.
Yeah, of course.
So it's better to use sometimes solutions which are built, which working, and which are audited, and which getting updated.
And it gets quicker.
And it gets much quicker.
Quicker, yeah.
It's still not quick, but it's way quicker. It can save a year maybe in development by using certain things.
Yeah.
But anyways, this is just a social login.
Okay.
My struggle of explaining bonuses is always that I go too deep, I become too technical, and then people lose the attention, and then probably they not invest. But when I show the product, it works much better. When they see
The product looks amazing.
Wow, it can and then the mind starts working. Can it do like this, and then usually they invest.
Yeah.
But now I'm not talking to VCs and funds because they got so much burnt that they don't have balls anymore. They need now numbers. Before, I swear they would throw $500,000 at you, and even then I would negotiate down. I don't want to give them $500,000.
Wow.
People say I'm crazy. I'm the most crazy founder ever.
Yeah.
But I built my own kind of hell with this, my own hardship. But now I learned.
Yeah.
Now I will accept more money. But people should be valuable if they are able to invest a bigger amount.
Sure.
Because we also don't want to be a charity organization because I'm so confident. But I understand there's risk, and people who don't know how they can how can they be confident that I'm the one of the 5% of the companies which actually succeeds? Because 95% of startups, I hear they are failures. And that's another problem and another risk. So I really like, it's a hardship. But Bonus, to go back, it's a wallet, and it has an identity built in on-chain. This identity is very special. Users, they can link all their social media accounts like Insta, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever they have to it. They are not forced to do it. They can connect identity solutions to it, like WorldCoin, Anima ID, Demos. These are like kind of KYCs, but it validates that they are humans, because in the future we'll have big problem. We already have problem with a lot of scams, but we'll have a lot of fake humans, fake avatars. You know, like all those people scamming people looking like real.
Yeah.
So through Bonus, they can actually check if they are humans or not.
Wow.
And one of the USPs which we are working on integrating, but it's not confirmed yet, it's the UAE pass. once we have this integration, because Bonuz is also for the tourism industry. Because what can Bonuz do by combining all these things? It can gamify everything. It can gamify any experience by users having QR codes, checking in into locations, getting quests. Quests are like missions. You go to a restaurant, you are a normal person, you are not so famous, you have maybe a few hundred or few thousand followers, you are not connected to the social media agency, so you cannot get a free meal booking, you know, like that they call you, hey, Nuradin, can you come to this restaurant? We'll pay you $100 and you get a free meal.
Sure.
Now, what we did, we just kind of disrupt this model, because now every human can be the influencer, because every human has value. Even somebody who works on the construction here, who might seem for some people like a nothing, still this person has a value, because he could have taken a picture, sent to his family in the home country, and the uncle would show it to the nephew, and then they say, oh, he's in Dubai. What's Dubai? And then the kid starts researching, and maybe he's smarter than a construction worker, and he will now be inspired to become a doctor or learn something bigger to make a better career. You know, so every human has an influence, no matter how big, how small, everyone. And now imagine me going to the restaurant, checking in, now take a picture of the food and post it on Instagram or post it on the story. Now I do that, and because we have an identity aggregation with the socials, the AI or the API connection can check and validate if the user did this action. So basically it can check if I was in a restaurant and if I posted the story. And if I post it, the user gets a voucher, 10% discount, 20% discount. So he will add value to receive a value. So it's different. You know, ISAT and all those golden visas, they got this ISAT card. You know, I get 40% off my Dubil, and I get some services even 50%, and it's crazy. But what's the value for those brands from me? Nothing. I don't post about them, I just use them. But in Bonuz, people actually have to do something to get the value, which is more fair for the brands. In UAE and Dubai specifically, we have an oversupply on entertainment, on restaurants, on all those things.
So many.
A lot of those places, they bankrupt after 1 year. Rents are expensive. Rents are so high here. And certain locations, you have to even pay a key money to get in, to get them out, which could be 3 to 5 times the rent, what they're paying. It's crazy.
That's probably why the food, like restaurants are so expensive here.
Not all, some, but they are in general.
I mean, the IFC, I feel like I'm getting robbed every time I go there. It's not even expensive, it's robbery.
Well, the IFC, it's something else, right? But also you must know, in those places you might meet some people who might be your business partners in certain ways.
Yeah, of course.
You know, they are also earning more money, but there's also a lot of top high earning employees. So certain characters, they are in certain kind of environments, you know. But in general, still a lot of those places, they don't make it. They could need more marketing. And the agencies they hire, they are expensive. But now if everybody eats there, obviously the profit is high. So if they give a 20% discount, it won't hurt them much. Because your story
get more business.
Might get them more business, but surely more branding. And it gives retargeting. Certain humans, they have to see certain things multiple times in order to go there.
Yes, exactly.
And I go to some places because I saw a few times their pizza and it looks so beautiful. So now I'm hungry. Now I want to eat this pizza. To figure out that it's actually...
Is it good or not?
Not as good as it looked, but it was amazing.
Okay. When is Bonuz going to be launched? When are you launching that?
I think the app we could launch theoretically this week.
Wow.
But if we launch it, we will not launch it with a big announcement.
Okay.
We just launch it to be in the App Store.
Okay.
We were already in the App Store, but we take it out like maybe 5 months ago.
Okay.
And we simply did this to improve the product and make things better.
So a soft launch?
Yeah, like a soft launch.
Okay.
Because a lot of the functions, super functions, like especially augmented reality,
Yeah.
we'll bring them later.
Yeah.
The problem is Bonuz is like a Swiss knife. It has so many functionalities that
Yeah.
we can't even bring it in one
Yeah.
because there's something called super app, but then there's not a main narrative, so people get confused. So the go-to-market strategy, it's first to be used like a wallet, a non-custodial wallet, where users can put their identity. And from time to time we will have events or partner with events. We already partnered with some events, which will then use Bonuz for the gamification of the event. Like the users coming to the event, we don't do ticketing. We can, but we don't aim to do this now. But the user comes to the event, he checks in, then there is a quest, go to the brand wall, take a picture, follow the organizer, so the event gets some more value. Because at the end of the day, if the users, they add the value to the event, maybe next year, when the event happens again, or next event, they will actually get invited for free, because they actually got discovered that they had a good following, because they added value. So this way, everybody just benefits. I learned this in Burning Man, you know, they have a barter economy. In Burning Man, you don't deal with money, there's no money. People gifting each other.
No way.
Yeah, so I will gift you maybe some chips and a bottle of water or some other small gift, and you might
Give you a joint.
Yeah, that perhaps is possible. Yeah, that's things like this.
Oh,
can be
interesting. So what if you give money to someone, hey, can I have your bottle of water? Here's $10. No?
Maybe some people might accept, but
Okay.
it's the idea is to have everything, every item to be of
Got
value.
ya.
So sometimes water can be much more valuable than money. Imagine if there's no water.
That's true.
And you know, in UAE there is no, actually the water, it gets desalinated, like My Dubai and stuff.
Yeah.
But in general there's very little natural water.
Yeah.
You know that a lot of food, they don't grow it, even in Saudi
course,
Arabia,
yeah.
because there's not enough water. The
Wow.
water is more expensive. It's cheaper to buy the food in other countries and import it,
Import
because they need also, they already have their natural water,
Yeah,
and they have
yeah.
rain.
Yeah. But you know what we have
Many
here?
people don't even think about it.
We have oil. So oil can fuel the plane to go and bring.
That's true, but oil in Dubai also is almost finished. The
Yeah.
tourism and the business itself, it's the
Of
main
course, is the main,
revenue bringer.
yeah.
But Abu Dhabi still has oil.
Yeah.
And you know, Abu Dhabi is 85% of the GDP of the UAE.
85% is
Yeah,
Abu
it's
Dhabi.
huge. It's
Wow.
more than 80%. It's insane. And
Wow.
you don't feel that actually. So now imagine how big is Sharjah. It's huge too.
Yeah.
And Dubai, you see all these most prestigious things, the biggest buildings,
Yeah.
the best cars here in Jumeirah Beach roads in the world. But still, it's just tiny compared from the financial standpoint to Abu Dhabi.
Have you been to Abu Dhabi airport?
The new one, yes.
Wow.
It's super amazing.
It's amazing.
I will be there after 2 days exactly.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Poland.
Why?
I visit my grandma for Easter. She's very old, 89 years old.
Okay.
And I don't know, like I hope she will have a lot of time more, but you know, I like to be with her in these days.
Yeah, yeah.
So I go
Easter's
3
on
days.
Sunday.
Yeah, and the
Yeah,
best thing is
yeah.
there's a flight from Abu Dhabi just next to the place where I live, because even there I come from a village.
Of course.
So
yeah.
it's very convenient, 5.5 hours,
You're there.
and it's so cheap. But the airline, it's not amazing, it's Wizz Air.
Oh, Wizz Air, yeah.
But when you know that something it's not so amazing, I mean,
Yeah. You get ready for it.
Yeah, you can take it easy.
Yeah.
It's like when you know you have to fast,
Yeah.
okay, you will take it easy. But if it comes like a surprise,
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah, exactly.
like you
exactly.
enter a room and you
Yeah.
see, wow, there's catastrophe, then you are shocked. But
Of course.
in the other way, you are not shocked.
I was flying to India last week and I was going to the airport and I was just getting myself ready. Just get ready for chaos. Get ready for a lot of people, you know, and but I didn't get, I needed a visa. I didn't know I needed a visa. They turned me away.
I have the same problem in India.
you?
I was in the one night in India in the airport staying.
Oh, really?
They turned me away.
Yeah. Yes.
I even convinced them in the airport that I only know on the departure, on the exit in
Yeah.
Dubai, that I need a visa.
So you know the day I saw you on Friday? 3 p.m. that day was my flight to India.
Okay.
And I didn't get let on the plane.
You did not even manage to fly, or you fly?
I didn't fly. No.
But I fly.
How did you fly to India without a visa? Because they said, well, you need a visa before you go.
Yeah, because I tell them I will make it now, turbo. I'm going to get... Because I was receiving award for the best real-world gamification Web3 project on the India blockchain week in November.
Wow.
Yeah, and I just went there. I want to go there to pick up the award and come back.
And that's it.
And that's it. And I got stuck in the airport and I had to stay there. But I become friends with all the people in the airport.
Yeah.
Like all the guards, all the special police. They're telling me crazy stories.
Really?
Yeah. And I tell them also crazy stories. Like what I learned from certain people here.
Yeah.
So now we are friends, you know.
Stories you can't tell on the camera right now.
I think it's better not. But it's interesting how some criminals operating.
Yeah.
I think if I would be criminal, I would be very good.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I would have always I cannot do bad things.
No, I know.
You know, even a fly, if I will not kill it. I will try to move it out.
Yeah.
But I don't know if this is sometimes negative.
No.
The only things I don't have mercy for, it's cockroaches. I kill them with pleasure. I don't know why.
What about flies?
No, flies I will open window, but mosquitoes also eating.
Yeah,
but flies, if they are there, they can also be killed.
They can also be killed.
They can, but I can. If I can, I would like to move them. But if they don't, but cockroaches and mosquitoes,
they better watch out. They better watch out.
Once you live in a villa and you have the yearly. Once you have the yearly pest control. And they spray this stuff, you have them. Motherfuckers running everywhere. So I had phobia for them, you know.
Well, especially for your house. Your house is right in front of the ocean, your beach, you know, you have a villa, so of course you have a lot of that.
But now I not see them for months.
Really?
Yeah, but you know how I have phobia from cockroaches before?
Did you have what?
Crazy. You know, I even fight this phobia.
No way.
Yeah, you just put flip-flops, shorts, and when they come, you have a bat and you hit them.
Wow.
You hit them like everywhere. And then you like, I sweat like crazy, but then somehow the phobia goes away.
Okay.
Because I get panic when I see them already before. Now I can see them, I don't get disgusted and panic. But it was bad.
Did you get hypnotized?
From the hypnotherapist?
For the phobia?
No.
No, okay.
I had a hypnotherapist session, like 3 of them, my first, which actually worked a little bit.
But not for the phobia?
No.
Not for the phobia, something else?
No.
Okay. So, you know, we'll have...
more discipline.
More discipline?
Even more discipline.
And it helped?
I think it helped a bit.
Okay.
I think I need more sessions.
Okay.
For me, very hard to be hypnotized. My consciousness is I'm too conscious.
Too awake.
I would like to...
You need to meditate.
I do.
And can you get into it?
If I do breath meditation, I can.
You can get into it.
But it takes like 10, 15 minutes.
Okay.
But after the breath meditation, when we did the second hypnotherapy, we did breath. I tell them, let's do breath because I get deeper. It worked much better.
Sure.
I was almost gone. I was 2 times lost consciousness.
Okay.
Which is nice because I want to lose total consciousness and then I want him to program me, brainwash, you know, to fix my sleep, to fix the things which I struggle with my discipline.
Sure.
Because, but the thing is how you fix a cycle. It's in the DNA, I think.
You know what I like about you? You have no ego, 0 ego.
Really?
A lot of people in your position would have a lot of ego. I raise 1.5 million, I have this, I know these people, I know those people. You're just like a normal guy, you know?
I thank God for that. But that's a disadvantage in business. That's why I should not speak with investors. I should just promote and show the technology, look like the crazy scientist, and then they put the business guy. Somebody from Lebanon, you know, with the hair in the back, style.
Used car salesman?
Huh?
A used car salesman?
Yeah, they are good. And you know, for the operation, I was thinking also to have a good COO.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about those cafeterias, you know, and those restaurants.
Yeah.
Because they are so tough, the restaurants.
Yeah.
And you see they are often working like commandos, like full like organized this.
Yeah.
From people you don't expect to be organized.
Yeah.
But then you have a tech business, and then you sometimes, if you don't have the right leader,
Yeah.
they expect me to be the leader.
Yeah.
But I'm myself, I have to do so many things, so I can't be the COO in the ground with the people sometimes.
Do you know the McDonald's story?
I love the McDonald's story, but
So-
it's a crazy story.
So you already know. They needed a salesman to take it out and get investment to take it everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
They just wanted to focus on the craft.
Right.
And he said, I can take this everywhere in the world. So you always need like a salesman to kind of do that.
Yeah.
If you like this video, consider subscribing. We do weekly podcasts with experts in every industry to help you find direction and guide you on your way. Now let's get back into it. The other night we were having dinner and I got a scam message on my phone from Random Man, right? The crypto.
Yes, I remember.
You remember. And then quickly you go on your phone, you send him a voice, you send him a video, Rand, look what they're trying to do to scam you, blah, blah, blah. How do you know these people? How do you know all these I want to know, how did you become from the car, from the person that was spraying cars to then meeting Sheikh Mohammed 6 times, becoming a influential figure in the crypto space, knowing Random Man and all these crypto influencers? Tell me that journey.
I think it happened naturally. People like to introduce me to people because also they find often I'm harmless. That's what I hear. And sometimes there was a time after this tanning business and all this, I was also not working for a long time. I was just partying.
Wow.
Yeah, I had some friends, very wealthy friends, and they like to party almost every day, and I had few of them. So I've been going out like 4-5 times a week. It was crazy.
How did you make money to live, rent?
Well, you didn't.
You
need
slept in
to,
a house.
I stayed at one family's house. My friend, very wealthy family. There was all the cars, so I live actually like a prince.
Wow.
But also the family, they like me.
Yeah.
Even the mother, the sisters. Again, I'm an innocent guy, you know.
Yeah.
I might be not that innocent, but I am innocent, you know.
Is this that photo where you were on the Boeing private jet? Is this that family?
No. This was not Emirati family.
Oh,
they were
okay.
like from Pakistan, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, but they were also balling at this time.
Yeah, of course they were. I saw that photo. I was like, what the fuck?
Not a private jet, it's different. But I was with another Royal Highness traveling. But I also traveled with one very VIP Emirati guy, and I used to be like a wingman, like a right hand. And we've been in the States. Every day I have like budget $10,000 to spend. Jeez. So this was 2013, I guess, 12, 13.
Jesus.
Yeah, like 4 months. Was very good time. I learned New York, but like a millionaire I lived there. Yeah. Even though I came there only with like $300 in my pocket. Yeah. But they needed me, you know.
Yeah.
They needed me to manage the fun, the action, to go out, because I'm very good in organizing fun. Yeah. You know, and I'm very hard to hustle. Yeah. You know, if they order let's say we have party, okay, and they want to order Dom Perignon or even Crystal, yeah, I would say, why we need Crystal? Let's order Moët, because it's like 1/4 of the price, and it does the same effect. Still, it comes with the same lights. I see. But sometimes the main VIP guys, they will not say that or do that.
Or notice that.
No, they will not like to be the ones saying that, because they have an image ego to portray, or image. Exactly. They will not even look at the bill. Even if there's few things extra, they will not see it. But I see not everything. I'm not like the Almighty, but I see things. I smell bullshit. You know? It's hard to sell me a fake special vacuum cleaner. But I've been the wingman, and I meet people through people, and it was great. And I saved people a lot of money. Okay. And I think that I had a very good life experience. It's like a win-win. Yeah. I should have made some money, but also I was hoping for long term to make bigger things, because I have a lot of crazy ideas. I have still more ideas than Bonuz. Bonuz just got me stock, and I need to bring it to a form that it performs. Then we raise serious money, like hopefully some 8 figures, and then it will be full automation, then I will, of course, will be there. It's my baby. But I have other cool things which I would like to build, which are more easy to build even.
Yeah.
But then it's not easy to do everything. Cannot do. That's why I'm totally involved in Bonuz.
Yeah.
And some of these people, I was hoping if I help them non-stop, maybe they will finance my business or something. But also, this not always worked out.
Yeah.
And my costs also of life wasn't really high back in the day.
No.
You know, when you're an entrepreneur, when you're smart, you just rent a room in a villa or in some apartment. There's on Dubizzle you can find. You pay like, man, I was staying here in Jumeirah. I think I pay like 4,800 dirham per month. I had a master bedroom.
Wow.
In a villa, no headache. No checks, no nothing, just cash, no paperwork, internet. If I want to travel, I travel. If I have a friend coming, they stay somewhere, I put some mattress, visiting, you know, it was totally fine, yeah.
How it naturally happened for you to be a crypto figure.
Okay. 2014, I started social media agency. 2013-14. That was first to make partnerships between people and make deals and to be the middleman and to get commission, but then it became an agency. My girlfriend at the time, in 14, she worked in a social media agency and I was always on social media, but of course not scaling, not maximizing, still thinking small, you know. And then I started doing social media marketing, specifically growth hacking, like with bots to grow people accounts, but with real interactions, not fake users, fake followers, everything real, but artificially created. So we would generate a lot of leads and it would work very well for venues. And till 2016, then I came across a gentleman who introduced me to Bitcoin. I knew Bitcoin also, first time I hear in 2013, but in 2016 like this, I got more into it and I started to broker some transactions, and brokering this transaction actually gave me a nice commission. When I got the commission, I read the white paper of Satoshi Nakamoto because I'm now curious, what is blockchain? What is Bitcoin? There's a blockchain. And then I fell in love with the technology. When I understood blockchain technology, I understood this will change the world forever.
Wow.
Because really,
what year was this?
2016.
Okay.
I didn't know. I think before, what's Bitcoin, what's Ethereum, what's this?
Yeah.
But then when you understand the technology, what it can do, because the biggest problem in this world is corruption and trust and all those problems. What humans, standard features of being not always straight, you know? And living here in this country and witnessing how some very wealthy people from some of those poorer countries who are like sometimes in political positions, how they live and how they spend money and how rich they are, and knowing how poor German politicians are compared. They don't even have Rolls Royces and like Emirates Hills type of houses, mansions, and here they do. So I understood that these people, they are all like kind of corrupt, you know, and because of these people, their nation doing bad, and their people are poor and they don't have a life, or they have a bad life. So I thought that when the blockchain will be integrated in governmental structures, then much less corruption will happen and the whole world will improve. It will, but then those structures, they can also use private blockchains and technologies which actually can be a little bit adjusted.
Okay, so then you got into Bitcoin. So what? How did you become?
I make some deals.
Okay.
I also was already a social media influencer, if you call it this way, posting stories and stuff like that. Not heavy influencer, just a little bit. I never maximized this. And I've been meeting people, I've been traveling, and when I fell in love with the technology, I felt that all the companies need to be in this they need to apply it. So I start working in 2017 with a blockchain firm which integrates these technologies. And then I bring them some deals, and then I find this UAE company, this Block Gemini, and I work with them afterwards. Also the same thing, where I learn a lot. And at the same time, I attend to all the crypto meetups. I travel to conferences, I meet people there. And you know, a lot of the successful people, they are also a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
And they have some issues like me, you know. And that's why we get along, you know.
Yeah.
You know, weird people get along.
Get
you
along.
know?
Yeah.
It's like this. And we have and I somehow was lucky to meet some of the top OGs in the space.
Yeah.
And spend good time with them and learn a lot from them.
Yeah.
Also not just about blockchain, but also about their view on the world, about their visions, about improvement. A lot of people have similar targets, like Jedis almost from the Star Wars. And the Jedis are there for the humanity, to fix the world, to secure life, you know?
Sure.
Because the Dark Empire, they want to destroy the life. They will destroy a full planet. They don't care, you know?
That's interesting that you connect those two.
Yeah, and I think I'm from the Jedis, and I'm of course still a Jedi in Jedi training, you know. I still have to learn a lot of things from the big masters, and it's happening, but I feel that's the mission. Yeah.
Speaking of big masters, what's your relationship with CZ like from Binance?
CZ, I just met him a few times. He's a great gentleman. I think he's extremely wise. I respect him very much. I think if CZ would not have went to the States and take this bullet, which he took for Binance, then this industry, the bull run, might not even happen in such a way.
Yeah.
And the confidence in crypto could have been very bad, because, you know, the SEC, like, they are like almost like a legal mafia.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they just point at you.
Correct.
And if you're the biggest, because there are a lot of exchanges. And when you are in the top 1 or top 3, you get extra eyes. Attention. But the lower ones, let's take 30 to 80, no attention. You know, it's like almost very political, you know. It's not fair how they do things. And it's very hurtful, actually. Everything is hurtful, but I think that CZ, he did a great move. Not just for Binance, but for the entire crypto space. And, you know, maybe perhaps he will also go to jail for a little bit.
Wow.
There's a chance. I don't know if when the case is actually finalizing. I hope he'll come back to UAE.
Yeah.
But he took a big sacrifice for this industry.
He did.
And it's very honorable.
He almost sacrificed himself to save the bull market.
Yeah, you could say he saved the bull market. Maybe because we have even all-time high before it was the halving, which is usually not the scenario.
That's crazy. Is it fueled by the ETF?
Maybe the ETF would not even happen.
We
wouldn't
don't
have
know.
If Binance went bust, what would be the confidence? So I think what he did, it's like legendary, and he will be never forgotten for this.
Yeah, very true.
I do not have a close friendship with him.
Yeah.
I hope I can establish this, and I understand that people in his position, it's not easy to make friends, you know. Anybody who is very successful or wealthy, one of the biggest hardships is to actually have friends. Even for me, I know I have a lot of people who like me, but I do not know who are exactly my friends. You know this by the people who stand by your side in trouble and offer to help. And you know, I seen last year how hard it was, and there's certain people who I expected to not let me down, and they let me down, you know. So you can count friends on one hand, and it's hard. But you see, business and friendship also sometimes should not be exactly mixed. But in places like Dubai, where people come for business, how can you make normal friends, you know? Life is expensive here. If people don't hustle, how they survive? You cannot just live here, you know, or be the cool guy from across the corner who doesn't work, but you go with him always to the gym because he's cool and you guys have a good, fun conversation. This is the kind of relations we have around the world. So that's hard to build here in Dubai. because everything kind of is a little bit for a reason, but I never want to see it in such a primitive way. I believe at the end of the day, every human deserves a chance. Every human perhaps is good, and it's better to cut people out over the time than to restrict them immediately from the beginning, or make a judgment based on a nationality or judgment based on color or something like that. You know, we never know.
No, of course.
We never know, and the world is way too sad to be one of the bad guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's maybe protective sometimes to be full isolated. I know people, they are very wealthy, they are complete isolated. They do not want to even meet people, even if they are great people sometimes. They just want to have peace in their life. They went through too much.
Yeah. And they don't know who they can trust.
They don't know trust.
At this level, you know?
Trust is the very hardest part.
Yeah.
Trust is so tough.
Now, what's going on right now is very strange with us hitting all-time highs before we even hit the halving.
Yeah.
What do you think is going on? What do you think we're still on track to make, you know, to make a, I don't know, do you think the bull, historically, typically 12 to 10 months after the halving is when the peak is.
Right.
Do you feel like this is completely different now?
Yes, it is a bit different. Not completely, because we are still in the 4-year frame.
Okay.
Because it's
we haven't
like
broken that
cycle. No,
okay.
We kinda are earlier.
Yeah,
a bit
we're earlier.
But still, it doesn't mean that it will end faster. It could end faster, but it could also get much more higher. But since the ETF and all those not companies, all those financial institutions coming in, also the whole game changed.
Yeah.
This makes a difference too, and I believe that Bitcoin, it's like a transit money. I don't want to say the dollar will disappear, but we all know, everybody knows what US is doing.
Or printing.
Even printing, even all the crimes and all the things which they put in place, you know. So it cannot go good forever.
Yeah.
And I believe if dollar breaks, everybody says don't bet against the dollar, it will never break, too much interest. But what's impossible today? I mean, look at COVID. The whole world got scammed. People fell for it. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, why? Who says it's impossible that something else happened? Who says maybe there is some war coming? There's so many things possible. They're talking from alien invasions, a lot of stuff. We don't know what can happen, but I'm sure there is things which can be very disruptive. And perhaps the dollar might collapse. And if it collapses, then the Bitcoin will be maybe tens of millions worth. It's not impossible. That's why it's very important to have 1 Bitcoin or 0.1 Bitcoin or at least something. And I believe in gold and silver also big time.
Are you planning on selling your crypto holdings when you think we're close to the peak, or no, you don't care, you just hold?
As I mentioned, I think it's transit. There is even a chance that Bitcoin will break. But there's another situation, a quantum war could happen, you know. But then it could break and be back up after a few weeks with a new encryption for quantum proof. But I think I will sell some part of the Bitcoin at the high points, on a 6-figure point, because then it will go back down. I will just buy new and more, but I will not sell too early. This is the mistake I did, being smart in the last bull rush. I've been selling like at 9,600. I will buy back at 9,000, then I will sell again at 9,500, buy back at 9,200, like this, this. But then suddenly it will go 10K, 11K, 12K, 13K. And you are ready. Now when you buy again, you have less than you had if you did not do any action.
So
it's a problem.
Yeah.
So that's why I recommend nobody to do this type of tricks. Unless they have a very good trading bot.
Yeah.
Then it's possible, but I do not recommend it.
No.
So I think
what do you think
will be? I think the next 2 years, I think the bull run will be for another 1 year happening.
from now?
At least they say 12 to 18 months. I'm sure it will be 12 to 12 months, and there is a lot of money inflowing.
Yeah, from
The
ETFs.
crypto market cap, it's just like $2.2 trillion.
Yeah.
The market cap of Nvidia, it's bigger than the entire crypto cap.
Wow.
So Apple's market cap, it's I think even higher than the crypto market cap. And I believe that once the trillions will flow in the ETF in a proper way, and Bitcoin will be the transit money, everything will pump. So we are still very early. There's still not even 10% of the world population in crypto.
Yeah, it's only 4%. I Googled it yesterday.
4%.
It's 4% of the world's population.
There's a lot of fake wallets. A lot of wallets, because, I have maybe 5+ wallets. Because you have to spread, right? A little bit here, there, maybe you get hacked, maybe some passwords. Maybe somebody opens your wallet by luck.
Sure.
Because it's 12 words, but ledgers are safe. But yeah, I believe that we will still have a good future, and I believe it will be very prosperous. And
you know how the blow-off top is usually in December?
yes,
Do you don't think this December coming is going to be the blow-off top?
could be,
Or it could be the next one?
could be, but it's okay to sell a little bit, No need to be hardcore. The rich people, they make always the most money because they are the most relaxed. They do not sell fast. They just, okay, it goes down, okay, it's down. They are not in panic. But people, when they are desperate or in panic, or they are all in with everything they have, and they need to pay certain things, they make more emotional moves. And that's why sometimes they make less money.
I see.
So even it happens. It happens even for me. It happens sometimes. When I had one token, it went up 5x. I think amazing. I sell it. But if I would not need to sell it, it went up another 5x it went another 10x from the 5x. So it would have been 50x.
Yeah.
And I sold too early.
Do you trade?
Not anymore.
You don't trade.
But if I trade, I'm good.
You're good at trading.
Very good. I never lose trades, specifically when I trade on spot.
I see.
Because you lose the trade if you make minus. But if you always make plus, it's easy. Like you just don't sell. Maybe if you buy and it goes down, you just wait till it goes up,
Goes back up.
then you don't lose. But you lose 2-3 weeks time or 4 weeks. I like sideways much.
Sure.
And when I trade, I do my own strategy, which works for me.
Yeah.
But doesn't work for anybody. That's why in trading, everybody has its own kind of strategy.
It's like an art.
It's like an art, yeah.
Yeah.
And I used to trade before in 21, crazy trading. That's how I mix with money.
Yeah.
I used to even make Instagram stories about it. I buy this, okay, now go up, and I make like with my finger, and sometimes goes up, but it's all
Like, you know the futures.
futures. When
You know, leverage.
futures hurted me.
Yeah.
My first big future, Elon Musk, he pumps Dogecoin,
Yeah.
and the Doge goes so up, and I think, wow, now it needs to go definitely back down. And I start shorting. I think now my first short on Binance, amazing, 20x, not 100x, I'm smart.
Okay.
Minus 45,000. And then this guy, I was a bit in a profit, but then he make another tweet.
Yeah.
I think it was 21 or 22, not 21. And then the token
Went up.
no, it was 20. No, it was 20. I'm so sorry. Then the token goes more up, and I see like minus 45,000. I cannot put more money, And then I just exit. I sell. I lose 45,000. But in this situation, if I would have maybe put more collateral, and I would keep it more open, because it went down few hours later, not immediately. I would have been in a nice profit.
Oh, would you if you kept it?
Because if it goes up and I start shorting from up, then my profit, it comes earlier. Like it doesn't come when it goes to the, let's say, 60 cents, it would come already when it's at 70 cents. So I start shorting earlier, so I expand the position.
Yeah.
But for this, you have to have balls.
Yeah.
And I did not have this.
Yeah, and patience.
And these things. But in spot market is easy. You just buy and hold. But I would buy and sell the next day. And I would always buy big positions.
Yeah.
So I have even some friend, he gave me like a few $100,000, I'll make it 800,000. And I got 20% out of it.
Wow.
Yeah, this was also a little bit good to kickstart Bonuz.
You're a good friend.
Yeah.
See,
I make money and I get 20%. Not bad.
yeah, not bad. What's the hardest thing?
The thing is, when you trade, it's a full-time job.
Yeah, I know.
The thing is, even then, the funny part is what I not understand, that's a life hack. If you trade, you just wake up awake. You are not tired when you wake up. Like for me, I awake, I sleep, and I wake up. Full awake.
Full away.
Full.
By the way, have you ever been to Rivaz?
Yes, it's a great Iranian restaurant.
Okay, good. My favorite Iranian restaurant out there.
Epic.
Yeah, it's really...
They are the strongest business in the mall.
Is it?
Yeah, everything in this mall closes after 1 year. Almost every place.
Every time I go there, it's quiet.
This mall doesn't do marketing. They need Bonuz badly.
Yeah.
Bonuz is a rescue tool.
I love these businesses. The king's son, Sheikh Hamad, goes there a lot.
Really?
Faz, yeah. He takes a video, he takes photos when he's there. And he takes Rivaz, yeah. Sheikh Hamad. And when I went there, I said, Sheikh Hamad was here last week. And they said, yeah, I know, next time when he comes here all the time, but next time he's here, I'll message you because he pays for everyone. And he said,
The whole restaurant.
everyone. And he said last week, his cousin was here. And he also pays for the whole restaurant.
Nice.
But the royal family love going there.
Now the quality of the food is good.
Yeah.
I like the Iranian food.
Yeah, it was very good. What's the hardest thing about being founder of a cryptocurrency company?
I think the hardest thing of being founder itself, all the difficulties which come of building a company. It's good to have a lot of basic education. It's good to understand how to hire people, how they behave, how to run an operation, how to map out the idea in detail to make it understandable for everyone, how to... Everything is hard. If it's not a one-man show, then it's very hard. Everything is hard. And in crypto, it's even harder because it's like weather. And at least in the normal world, it's summer.
Yeah.
It's most likely warm and sunny. And it's winter, it might be snowy and rainy.
Yeah.
So in crypto, it's different seasons. It's alt season, FI season, bull market, bear market. So
Meme coin season.
And since this is such a primitive industry, it's everything connected with narratives. What's trendy right now? What people talk about? Where they invest? Because, to move the market, it just needs few investors.
Yeah.
And people see it more as a gamble, as a trade, than actually having the intention to build a valuable product which is actually working. And functions and has a ROI itself. We will have a very nice ROI, and we make money from vouchers, from discounts we give, from a lot of those things, but not every project is like this. A lot of projects don't even generate money. They just grow by users, and then they get more investors.
Yeah.
Like Uber.
Yeah, like Uber. And like for the first 10 years of Amazon, he kept telling the shareholders, we're not going to take any profit, we're just going to keep doing it later and later.
It's kind of smart, but now the investors and the VCs, they want to see numbers. I'm glad that my project has a lot of revenue features, specifically also from the fiat world. Because, if we do savings for restaurants, we take 10% of the savings. And our cost price per mint of this vouchers is like 1.5 cents. That's our model. Sorry, our price. We give it for 9 cents, so we have 5x profit. And if we have like $10 commission because of the saving, and to get a 10% on $100, $10, it's not even that big, not that high, but it's more than 50,000 profit on one customer.
Wow.
And if we'll have hundreds and thousands of places, not just in UAE, but all over the world, I can imagine us printing 5 digits per day.
Yeah, the scale is crazy.
Just like some like Deliveroo and all those kind of models, because they also take 30% per delivery from the food.
Yeah.
Okay, they pay for the drivers, for the bikes, maintenance, headache, and all of this, but they take also out their reward. So I totally believe that we have a good business model. We could do the whole project without blockchain in the back. It would be much more easy. But we take the challenge to do it on-chain.
And that's the future.
That's the future, and it will be more scalable, and we even are able to white label our product and give it to brands if they want to be standalone and remove certain features and put their logo, which could give us a SaaS model, like meaning maybe we can charge like $300,000 per year as fees, because some brands, they don't want to be together with other brands in one application, like tier 1 fashion brands and stuff. I learned this from some, maybe I cannot say the brand name because we're in talks, but the GM of a top tier 1 fashion brand. And I hope that soon the app is out, then the product makes the talk for itself.
Sure.
Then the next update after this will change the look, because the user experience is there. We know the buttons, but the interface will be just, let's say you take supermodel without makeup and then after makeup. Dressing. So that's the difference. It's already built, this whole part. But now we have to bring the B1 out. Then we put the makeup on, and then we'll make the official launch with a hopefully big event and some other power moves. And then hopefully we will be in the very, very green area.
Looking forward to that. Looking forward to that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mende. Thank you for coming on my podcast.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. When I met you first time, I said to you, we need to do a podcast. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. I hope the viewers like it, they'll request the second one.
Yeah.
And this one we will do not while I'm fasting.
Yeah.
Where my mind is more sharp and I can go more into, I can be more dynamic.
Listen, your brain was sharper than mine. And I'm doing a water fast though. I'm fasting, but I'm drinking water.
Okay.
Yeah. Step by step.
No, but water fast is good.
It's good.
Water, it's extremely important. I mean, we live in a hot country, but water is healthy for the health. It's important. We don't drink enough sometimes. And a lot of people, they're really not conscious about water.
Yeah, very true.
Health is the real wealth.
100%.
I'm getting older, but I want to get younger, but health is the real wealth. We have to work on it.
I want to get the details for the place in Bangkok. I'll get the details off you as well. I want to go do that.
Bangkok Hospital.
Yeah, that's it.
And they have a private section, and there's everything VIP. And you know who are the customers there? Like 90% of the people running around are Arabs. From GCC a lot. Because it's 10 times, 20 times cheaper than here. And the doctors, they speak full English. Top. The machines are top. Everything is... Yeah. I'm afraid, like I hear from some guys, they're afraid to go to the doctor here because they pay so much rent certain places that they need to have the clients coming back to take the consultation fee because they have costs. So they rather have finding a problem in you than you have not a problem.
Yeah.
Which is very unethical.
Yeah.
But to prove that, also you need to have a team to send them and to send insight and this type of things. In Germany, they do that. It's called Stiftung Warentest.
Okay.
It's a magazine, and they really try the things themselves hardcore, and as negative as it is, they will show it. But I think if you do this in UAE, you will get deported. Really.
Sure. Yeah.
It's tricky, some businesses to do, But the intention, in general, it's to make everything good, but I think slowly they develop more, and some rules come better.
I'm going to Bangkok in like 2 months, 1 month, something like this. So I'll get the details and I'll go do that.
Yeah, most welcome.
Thank you, Mende. This has been Mende. Let's go.